It's been a while. Okay. Report to the oh, jeez.
Sir Geralt of Rivia. 3 cheers for the tourney's victor.
Oh right, we did the tournament.
Est flows in the vein.
Okay, let me have a look at what we're up to. Report to the Duchess. I mean, we got a bunch of stuff that we need to do, so I'm not going to do main quest. I think let's do some side quests. Let's put Mari's grave. Oh, you can see how Marlene's doing. You know, let's do that. Let's go home. She's the one we saved.
Eat, drink, and be merry. Thus spake the prophet Lebioda.
She's the one we saved from that curse. And she's living with us now. Cool. Oh yeah, how about I look where I'm going first, huh? Oh, well, close enough.
A smashing place we have, eh? Wine by the barrel, peace and quiet, lovely view.
Patrolling on an empty stomach. Oh, dreadful.
My legs. I can't. Real legs.
You come off as improved.
Wait, what's the signpost? Ah. Okay. Home. Okay, I was gonna say that cat doesn't hiss at us, but it does. Hello, Marlene.
I do not know how I will ever repay you, Witcher.
Don't expect to be paid. Hope you're feeling better, that's all.
Oh, yes, I feel my strength returning thanks chiefly to Barnabas Basil's care.
Horrible ordeal you endured. Glad I cut it short.
Yes, years of suffering. Do you know what was worse than the hunger? Watching my loved ones, my children grow old and die. All my family's long gone now. The last of my kin perished decades past. I fear I've nowhere to go.
I can stay here.
This is a big house, big estate. You can stay here.
Truly? I could never infringe so on your hospitality. Yet,
Yeah.
after all I've
Yeah,
suffered,
go to town.
the years of starvation, I've but one dream.
You're on your own.
At last to prepare food that fortifies, nourishes, to delight in the tastes and smells of spices, to sit at one table with others and eat.
Don't see a problem if that's your dream. You could help Barnabas Basil in the kitchen. Eating his meals. You know he's not a culinary virtuoso.
Nothing could make me happier. Thank you.
No, thank you. House could use a woman's touch.
I've one other thing I'd like to tell you. Many years ago, my father assembled valuables for my dowry. I never wed, so they remained unclaimed. These baubles are no use to me now, but to you, well, perhaps let them be a token of my gratitude. If you wish to find them, you must go to my old home, to Trastamara. The dowry lies hidden in a barrel in the cellar. There are several barrels. You must give each a knock until you find the right one.
Do just that. Thanks.
I mean, that would have been such a long time ago. Anyway, let's just take care.
See you later.
Take care, Witcher. And remember, you always have warm food awaiting your return.
Oh, see, that's nice. That's such a nice thought. Can't believe the other response was, go to town. Yeah, you know, just go into town. Just whatever clothes you have on your back, that's just go. So heartless. Now we have a cook. I wonder if she cooks a mean roast chicken. I wonder what are the odds are that one, still here, and two, there are no monsters nearby. I mean, I know she was the monster, but still. Glad I didn't go with the save where I messed up her curse and had to kill her instead. Yeah, I didn't want to. I felt bad. It's one of those cases where, no, I wanted to uncurse her. Look what a nice old lady she is. Cutlery for days.
Might want to look around some.
You gotta go. Alright, Nick, no worries, dude. Thanks for hanging out. Thank you so much for the 24 months and for partaking in the food structure competition thingy.
This one's full too.
Wasn't much of a contest though. Lalo fucking destroyed everyone.
Full. Strange.
Oh, okay.
That's awful pretty.
That's quite a bit of money.
It'll look great in the house.
That's it. I mean, for it to do all this, it wasn't a monster. Like, it had to be intelligent, right? Like, who sets up such an elaborate thing that doesn't have some semblance of intelligence? Okay, what are we doing now? Oh, accidentally press F12. What are we doing now? There can only be one. How about this one? We'll start with the low level ones and then move up. I kind of wish the town, like these, would just show up on the minimap anyway. That would be neat. Because I find myself constantly having to do that. Like, the nearest one. That'd be a nice little quality of life thing. Okay. Oh, okay. Guess we're going back to town. I mean, there's probably a mod that would do it, right? I imagine.
Oh!
Oh!
The North must be a terribly barbaric land.
Ready!
Reginald Aubrey has returned, not to be
The
missed.
Duchess
Buy your
summoned him.
tickets now.
Wonder take good care of yourself.
I think I played everyone in town for Gwent, because you had to build your Skellige deck like that.
Gracious Duchess has hired a witcher.
Such a nice looking town. The mountains, the scenery.
My hand shakes so bad, I cannot hold my tools. Fetch this empty dead, sweep up here, botch it all.
Okay. Ugh, it's those things. Killed by his own ambition. A princess from a land far across the seas. Died as he lived, quietly. They're gonna chase me. Travelled from Thedas to the continent. Found it so much to his liking he stayed until he died. Oh. I don't know why I hit that. Caroline's satire. Just what don't you fucking understand, you fucking cunt, she said to her cat when it refused to fetch a stick, working her into a fatal rage. I love the surname. That's great. Wait, I can explain everything? There's probably a joke to that one. I guess I have to fight these things. And it'll just be easier to explore. No. Which one haven't I read? I think I've read that one. Pierre maybe and Alexandra perhaps. They barely knew each other and their love was all the deeper for it. There's probably some inside jokes here. I don't understand what's the problem here. You asked me, in my opinion, when you look at it from this angle, it's not half bad. The new recruits always march in the front lines. Don't drink that. Joined one fight too many. Died searching for the promised land. I mean, it has to be in the marker, right? Like, it can't be the whole cemetery. Oh, this is it, Moreau.
Inscriptions in Elder speech.
I skipped it.
Not in Dolnevda, damn our hearts. Professor's journal's long gone to Eldarin. Guess somebody else found out about it too. Should look around, see if I can find something else.
Okay. Oh, footprints.
Damn it, the trail breaks off. Narrow and shallow.
What is going on?
More than I did. Woman, maybe. Wonder where they lead.
Also, that mosquito sounds bothering me.
Professor professor certainly can't do much to help me with my search. Won't learn anything else here. Map Jensen will have to do. Also, Epitaph mentioned both Ellerin and Dolnevde, Valley of the Nine.
Check the location that Yennefer sent you. Okay. Where is that? What? Hang on. It's somewhere here. Am I blind? What on earth? What? Why is it not showing up? Hold on. Check the location of Knived on the map she sent you. I don't know how to pronounce that properly. Oh, the map. I need to go. Maybe. Hang on. It's an inventory thing. It's this long ago. Where is it? Books. Decaying letter. Suspicious letter. Okay, it's not that. That one? No, that's the Count's map. Vivian's note. We'll keep going. I don't know if these are, like, addressed in chronological order. Let me just go through this quickly. Unless it's in my inventory, I don't know. I'll have a look in a minute. Okay, we're up to date. Interesting. Books. Don't think it's that. Okay. Inventory, inventory, inventory. There we go. Examine. Well, that's the only thing I have. That's a map.
Site marked on the map's all wet now. San Retour flows through there. Must be where the Valley of the Nine once lay.
Okay.
Need to explore the location.
I don't know. I feel like they needed an easier way to do that. Wait, what? Oh, no, I'm there. It just looked very similar. It's another grave. So is it in the middle of the lake? Oh, that's a bear. I guess it's somewhere here. Well, that wasn't that difficult. Oh. Oh, jeez, what does that sound? It's super loud. Okay, that was worth looting. Wait. Key required. Interesting. Well, there's a lot of money here. Keep going down. One of these dudes probably has a key. Gold ring. Yeah, hang on, I need to get air first. Fuck off. Okay. Let's try that again. So somewhere down here, eh? There are a lot of bodies around here. Okay, gotta surface. Hey, what are you doing? Dude, dive. Oh, hello. That's trippy.
Grave robber must have found something in Moreau's tomb to activate the entry portal. Wonder what surprises this place has in store.
Okay. There's a bunch of stuff here that's useful. Nah. What the fuck was that? What does that sound? That's scaring me a little. Oh, jeez.
Cats.
There seems to be a lot of jump scare shit. Oh, either that or my headphones are just being weird. Yeah, I don't like that. Okay. Well, given a choice. Oh, that was certainly not worth it.
Blood-soaked. Grave robber was wounded while attempting the climb. Needed to bandage up. Managed to avoid the panthers at least.
Oh yeah. Didn't I need to craft... I can't remember if I ended up crafting the blades or not. Did I? Hang on. Mastercrafter... Yeah, I did. Okay, cool. Just couldn't remember. I remember I was short on something. It must have been money. No, wait. It says that way. Oh, that's it? Great. That wasn't that bad. Okay. What on earth is this? Gold casket. Eh. Is there a way I can use that rope?
Not bad. Wouldn't mind having something like that myself. Not bad. Wouldn't mind having something like that myself.
What?
Not bad. Wouldn't mind having something like that myself.
Okay, so...
Course. Locked. Need to find something to open it.
Okay. Did this guy have something? Look at that. Look at the rope. He wanted rope, he got rope. The only thing I can think of is the button here. Oh, there we go. Take the gold casket. Really? If you say so. Wait, that's only one. Oh, there's another one over there. Okay, and there should be one more. Yeah. sell or dismantle? We'll probably sell. Where is the last one? Oh. How on earth am I gonna hit that? Crossbow? Okay.
Ah, did it. Interesting as places go. Seems someone put a lot of thought into its design. Should look around. Impressive. Is just decoration or...
For fuck's sake. A gargoyle that speaks English.
Yeah, figured as much.
Oh, jeez, what is that? Ah! Oh.
Great. Portals. This just keeps getting better.
Eeny, meeny, miny, mo, da, 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 da. That one. Oh no, it's...
Back where I started.
Is this like a Lost Woods type situation? Okay. This is like a...
Right. Now to find the next portal.
This is like a Lost Woods situation.
Damn it. Back where I started.
Toss a coin to your woodchuck. Yes, yes, I have. How's it going, Farn? Ah, back where I started.
Damn it. Wrong again. Could be some clue around here. Right. Again. How to find the next portal. Some clue around here.
Okay, 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 okay. I hear you, I hear you. A clue. Good, just chilling. Cool, cool. Hey, what's... That's weird. Why is that icon there? A claw? What could the clue be?
Damn it. Back where I started.
Wait, there's a necklace now. Maybe the statue gives you a clue. Wait, where the statue's facing, maybe? And then the statue's facing this one.
Right. How to find the next portal.
Okay, it seems to be that. Man, thanks for the follow, dude. I need to find a safe way down. This way. Yeah, and this way. And then... Well, gee, I wonder if it's this one. What? I mean, this would be my guess based on where the statue's facing. Or maybe where the panther's facing. So, okay, let's see. It's wrong, isn't it?
Damn it. Back where I started.
Okay. I guess that was a pure fluke that that other one worked.
Alright, now to find the next portal. Alright, now to find the next portal.
I would have thought it was that one, but I guess you can't unblock it. Trying to see if there's like anything obvious to look at. I certainly don't want to have to guess. So... yeah, it can't be that one. Let's try behind. I doubt this is it. Back where I
Statues seem oddly oriented, as if to all face in one direction. The right portal, maybe?
That's what I thought.
Portal.
Oh, it's the one above over there. This one? Okay.
Must be where Moreau had his lab.
So I was right, it's just... didn't see that one up there. Okay. What is...
Just need to pick an entry.
Oh. First entry. I'm not sure what I'm doing here. Oh, it's a log, I see.
The 18th of Yule, year 1102. Today I begin my great life's endeavor, one greater and more significant than any I have thus far undertaken, for it relates to me personally, to myself and my son. When 15 years passed, a beast of the forest assaulted me. A witcher came to my aid, saved my life. I could not know that for said salvation, I would in the end pay by relinquishing any say as to my own son's fate. Had I the skill to turn back time, I would have done so, and perished rather than surrender to the Witchers my only son. But as it was, on the day when Jerome was taken, I swore an oath on my honor that I would recover my son. Today, following years of research and preparation, I have at last devised a device that allows me to study mutations. If the gods in their goodness grant me but a bit of favor, I shall find a way to reverse said mutations and restore Jerome to a normal life.
Reverse? It's the opposite.
So, Professor wasn't out to enhance Witcher mutations, wanted to reverse them. Wonder if he managed, and if there's anything in it for me.
There's no crystal. Right, third entry.
Observation number 30. The mutations do not set in at once. Curiously, they do not develop over a span of time. Rather, for a mutation to progress towards completion, the appropriate mutagen must be applied continuously. The subject does not bear this well, but I found a way to make the mutations less taxing, invasive. To the mutagen base, I add the albumin of a mutated giant centipede egg. Stored in a glass terrarium, the eggs do not develop, remain small. The eggs themselves are a sight to behold. Mutated, they are luminescent, emitting a wondrous glow. I can only hope my addition of the albumin will produce no significant side effects. Time will tell.
We're gonna have to go hunting for an egg, aren't we? Okay. Fifth entry.
Years of experiments, research, sacrifice, all for naught. I have failed to achieve my defined objective. Each mutation I applied to my subjects proved ineffective when applied to Jerome. What I meant to cure him of his witcherism, that which I meant to restore to him a normal life, only deepened his mutations, further augmented his speed and strength, rendered him yet more inhuman. It seems my son must remain a witcher forever.
I want to do that. Let's do
I
that.
have failed.
More inhuman.
The time has come to abandon this place. Return home to Lydia. She may yet deign to take me back. The contraption and mutagens I leave here, let them wither and crumble, as did my dreams of regaining my son.
Aww.
So the professor wanted to reverse the mutation's effects. Ended up deepening them. Stroke of luck for me. Could profit from his failure.
Let's summarize.
So, Professor tried to neutralize the effects of witcher mutations. Only managed to enhance them, though. Used the albumins of giant centipede eggs as his mutagen base. Need to go on an egg hunt.
It's just because of centipedes. That's all. Okay, anything else here of interest? Let's see. For some reason I was right-clicking there and nothing was happening. Okay, that's good. What else have we got? Yeah, these are all done already.
Guessing this man didn't come here willingly.
Ugh. What else has he got? Mutagen. Megascope crystal. Wait, did we just get a quest? It's a quest item.
Intriguing as machinery goes, but how do I start it up?
Oh. Okay, I think we have to come back here after we've gotten the eggs. That makes sense. Okay. Well, according to this, it's nearby. Wait a sec. I'm gonna meditate so my cat potion recovers. Okay. Because now it's dark. Okay. Hey, go through. Oh, Bob, really? Really? Oh my god. This is such a well-made game. I don't know, I can't believe I didn't play it for the longest amount of time. This one's kind of been sitting in my Steam library for ages. Oh dear. I mean, story-wise and everything, it's great. Oh my god, lock it off! I don't think so. No. Be gone! Right.
Sorry. Need your eggs.
Where are the eggs? Doesn't look like they're here. Egg. Oh, there's more. Why would it be over?
Not good.
Egg. Give me the eggs. Is that all of them? That's all of them. He conveniently had those things right next to his lab. Okay. Where is it? It says place it inside the contraption. Yeah. Get undressed and activate it. Okay. Get naked. I'm assuming that means everything.
Guessing this man didn't come here willingly. Intriguing as machinery goes, might work on started on his son. Well, time to find out.
Yeah. I love how it just steps into it willingly. Oh. Whoa, no. What's wrong with your... I know, like toxins, but... Ugh, listen to that sound. You've unlocked the mutation system. Mutations let you gain new capabilities, increasing your advantage. Yeah, but... we knew this already. Okay, so what did I unlock? Oh, this is completely different. Let's see to open the mutations panel. What is this? The mutations research to finish successfully, you must devote a number of ability points to it. Okay. Choose one of the advanced mutations. Sword deals 25% more damage to human opponents, immune to counterattacks and monsters. In all other cases, if the... yeah, okay, what about this? Signs can deal crits. Yeah, I mean, I guess I'm more of this. Required mutations. Develop an advanced mutation was first develop some other basic ones. Can be found. Okay. So what, we're starting here? Research mutation. One required 11 out of 2 ability points. Requires a greater red mutagen. Okay. I need to... What about this? Requires adrenaline rush. When your vitality becomes 0, you temporarily become invulnerable and regenerate 100% vitality. This is so weird. Okay, alchemy. Wait. Guess I'm gonna have to do some crafting, eh? Okay. Let me just go back to the character thing for a sec. So wait. This is bizarre. Like, I'm not sure how to put points into this. I guess I need to get more red mutagens for it to work. I don't have the requirements for any of these. Piercing colds. Adrenaline rush. Yeah, I don't have the requirements for anything, so I can't really do shit. So what am I don't know. I'm leaving it. It's not like it's like game changing. I'm not struggling by any means. Oh, you can change. Yeah, okay. Yeah, thanks. Yeah, I mean, I'm not struggling by any means, so I'm gonna leave it for now.
A power cell for portals. Feels dead. Maybe a sign will revive it.
What? Oh. Right, the power cell. Ah. Well, that's convenient. Wait. I don't even know where the nearest signpost would be here. Alright, well, that was that. What should I do? There can only be one. Find the Grand Master Smith. Yes. We're doing that. That is a big ass bear. That's a good one. No, 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 bye. Alright, it was Roach. Oh, he's still wearing the Rivia colors. I love how this is not saving time in the slightest. Okay. We are going... Oh, it seems like everything's here. Okay.
Keep calm. Start no brawls. Stocks and the whip await those running riot.
Oh,
Keep calm. Start no brawls.
Greetings.
A witcher from the School of the Wolf, here in Tucson. Greetings. I'm Lazar Lafargue.
Geralt of Rivia.
Excuse me, what was
Seem
his
pretty
name?
enthused. Got a job for me?
Rather. Mind you, it's no monster hunt, but I'm sure you'll be interested all the same. I'm an armorer, see, and I've for years sought diagrams for witcher armor of exceptional quality, Grandmaster level.
Heard of them. Never seen any, though. Thought they were lost.
Not quite. For I've been lucky enough to learn that their holders came to Tucson. Alas, they then perished, but I know where. I just need a partner to help me retrieve them.
Okay.
If you know where to look, why not get them yourself?
No offense, but do I look like a rough-hewn adventurer? Besides, who would serve my clients while I romped about seeking them? No, I rather leave it to someone familiar with such matters. Bring me the diagrams, and from them I'll forge for you whatever you fancy.
What do you have on offer?
I mean, okay. Repair. Okay, let's just... Wait. Sell... Oh, yeah. I mean, get that. And then... Where is it? Nightgown. What's the gold thing? Oh, there it is. Apparently cannot sell it. Can be dismantled. Fine. Where is it? There it is. Golder and timber. I'm gonna find someone that can sell, that can buy it.
Farewell.
Good luck on the path.
But, hang on.
You're back.
All these diagrams somehow wound up in Tucson? How is that even possible?
Tusa was once home to Tiensail, a legendary and now deceased elfin master armorer. Witches from all corners of the world came to him to forge their plate, their mail.
Heard about him. Supposed to have been the best.
And thus he charged a king's ransom for his work. Witches would take difficult, dangerous work to earn the coin to pay him. Some, alas, met with misfortune. and the diagrams they carried were left to rot with their earthly remains.
Got it. Find them, find the diagrams. But how can I know where to look for their remains?
As it happens, I learned my trade at Jensail's side. So I heard the stories of the missing witches firsthand. What he told me, well, that is what discouraged me from seeking the diagrams out myself. We must strike a deal. I shall tell you all I know. In return, once you found the diagrams, you will let me draft a copy.
Okay. Tell me where to look for them.
Where do I look for these diagrams?
I know of 5 likely fallen witches, each from a different school of the wolf, griffin, cat, bear, and manticore. Which should I start with?
The cat.
Let's talk about the cat.
A year ago, Bartolome Delaunay, the ducal armorer, asked me to confirm the authenticity of a witcher diagram he had received by messenger. You see, at the time he was working on new armor for the ducal guard. A witcher from the School of the Cat offered to sell him diagrams for a full set of gear. The diagrams would have been helpful indeed.
The diagram you saw, was it really a Witcher diagram?
Beyond any doubt. It's a shame Delaunay didn't let me draft a copy. He was quite shaken up, afraid the Witcher might simply kill him and take his coin. Possibly a well-founded fear. Soon after, Delaunay disappeared without a trace. I would have searched his former home for clues, but it has fallen into disrepair, and it is simply too dangerous there.
I'm guessing I'm gonna have to find all of them, right, before he helps me, or can I
Tell me
just
about
look
my
for
brother,
the cat one?
the wolf.
His name was Aton. I remember him well. My master liked him, helped him find a safe, yet well-paid contract. A few years ago, an archaeological expedition arrived in Toussaint from Castel Gropian. They questioned my master about the elfin ruins at Termes. He warned them of the danger there and recommended they take Aton as an escort.
What kind of danger did he mean? Any idea?
Legend claims wraiths haunt the chambers beneath Termes. I cannot say if there is any truth to this, but both the scholars and the Witcher disappeared without a trace.
Alright. Let's go down the list.
What can you tell me about him?
He came some 200 years ago, but my master remembered him well. This Witcher was not stripped of emotions, you see, as his colleagues were. He had taken on a contract at Fort Usa and required better gear. He showed my master his diagrams, paid a deposit, and was never seen again. Apparently he rode off one night from the fort, never to return.
Any idea where he went?
No, it said he left in a rush, so he may have left something behind. Only ruins remain of Fort Usar, but you may wish to search them.
Okay.
Tell me more about the bear, can you?
He appeared shortly after Master Tiensail took me on as his apprentice. I remember the bear-head medallion that hung from his neck. I remember a towering witcher who haggled like a fishwife.
Witchers never have too much coin.
True, this one clearly was not wealthy. But he pledged to bring us coin after he completed a contract at the Tufo vineyard, where a building had just collapsed. Time passed. The bear never showed, and my master sent me to the Tufo estate. As it turned out, the Witcher had indeed accepted a job. Yet that was all they heard of him, and that is all I know.
Last one.
School of the Manticore. Probably know the least about it, though once, long ago, wore some armor forged there.
My master said the Manticores have their fortress in the Far East. A century past, one of their number came to him, a witcher named Merton. He made a poor impression on my master. He stank like a dwarfen still, and quarreled fiercely all the time. Tien Sahil slammed the door in his face and told him to return when he sobered up. He would conduct no business with a drunk. The Witcher, however, failed to return. Folk say he got into a booze-fueled brawl with the Ducal Guard. He was arrested and sentenced. Bastoy prison, where he was held, well, it's been a ruin for years. Still, you may want to start your search there.
Alright, let's get out of here.
Farewell.
Good luck on the path.
Find all the diagrams in the set. Shit. Gonna have to find all the diagrams.
Reginald Aubrey has...
I want the cat gear. Where's the cat gear? Feline gear.
Not to be missed. Buy your tickets now. Available from me alone.
What I like about this town is all the shops are open late.
Reginald Aubrey has returned. Not to be missed. Buy...
Okay.
One more, and another two.
That's locked. Wait, so where is the... Oh, it's below. I see.
These knights of ours should turn their attentions to the Vanderbilts, not parade about in tournaments.
Why is it doing that?
Hey! Welcome back, my friend.
Show me your wares.
Show me what you got. See if something catches my eye.
Okay. Sort items. Type. I guess we can go by price as well. Yeah. Yeah. Sort items here. Sort items type. Junk. 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 I haven't done this in a while, so there'll probably be a bunch of shit that I don't need. Seem to have a knack of picking up junk. Ugh. Alright, that'll do.
Time flies. Gotta go. See ya.
Yep. Alright. Let's get that
Take
armor.
good care of yourself.
So I keep looking for the signposts. Alright, there.
Nice tune.
Banquets and wine are rather suited for pleasant.
I bet you I won't be able to craft it, like, no chance. Alright. Go to the house, which is over here. Closest one is here.
Unbelievable.
I guess let's just head in the general direction. Out of the way!
Sir, watch it.
Oh look, pickup. Oh, it's doing that thing again.
Camp's abandoned, but a lot of this damage is recent. Guess I arrived just a little too late. Should look around still.
This is not his house, but... What do they want? Oh, yeah. This is a different thing.
Signs of a fight. Paw prints, beastly ones, that's clear. Just on this spot, though. Aerial attack. Must have been. Signs of a fight. Paw prints, beastly ones, that's clear. Just on this spot, though. Aerial attack. Must have been. Blood. Of the fresh variety. Monster attack was recent. Scale. Colors unusual. Silver? Never seen one like this.
And that quest is updating, so I'm not sure. Beware the White Terror.
Says Great White Terror on the contract. Could be the same damn beast as in the notice, though. Man, bled to death. Big beast inflicted these wounds. Clear from the claw marks. Must have a toothy smile, too, judging by what ripped his throat open. Draconid. Gotta be. Maybe a basilisk? Except these prints don't belong to any variety I know. Just a little different.
Oh. Hello.
Area's dangerous. I'd say there's a basilisk nesting around here. You'd be wise to remain at some distance.
Yes, I'm familiar with the matter, and quite proud to say a basilisk does nest here. I look after it personally.
Look after it? It's not exactly a pet. Beasts murdering folk who come through here.
Just a minute. It does not murder those who do not trespass upon its territory.
You post those warnings?
Indeed, to prevent anyone from coming to any harm.
Well, a lot of good they did. Got a freshly mangled corpse right here.
Most likely a merchant, the poor bloke. Just today, I learned 2 traders had chosen this route despite the signs. I came as quick as I could to warn them. Too late, alas. I've instructed my servants. They shall take the body, return it to the family with a generous sum as recompense.
Claim this to be the last surviving basilisk? How do you figure?
The last of this subspecies. Their population was much larger at one time, see? Before the beech forests were felled.
Mean to suggest a direct correlation between beechwood forest density and basilisk populations?
Indirect, I prefer to contend. Beechwood forests are the chief habitat of roe deer, you see. In turn, a staple of the basilisk diet. When roe deer grew scarce, basilisks made humans their staple food. Enter the witchers.
And thus, we've come to this one last specimen. It's a female. As recently as last year, we still had 2. But Jocast's mate passed on, alas.
Jocast?
Should she not have a name? My father dubbed her in honor of my dear departed mother. Jocast was brooding then. 2 eggs. That she cast from her nest, alas, when the male perished.
Yeah, who is this guy?
Who exactly are you? And how'd you develop such an interest in the beast?
Count Borges, happy to be of service. As to the beast, well, this subspecies is our dynastic symbol. The Desalfaresses have for centuries signed with the Regulus Platinum. As family legend has it, a female of the species rescued an ancestor, a boy at the time, from a burning building. She took the tyke back to her nest, where she fed him as if he were one of her own youngsters.
Malarkey.
To be sure, but beautiful malarkey it is.
Yeah.
Pay the victim's family's compensation? Why?
These lands have been my family's for decades, granted to us by Duchess Ademarta. Beyond them, the basilisk ventures not, hunts not, it does not kill or destroy, provided it is not provoked. Yet if it does destroy, if it kills, I compensate all for the loss, from my own coffers.
Your coffers. Got a store of sons and husbands in there to compensate for those shredded by your beast?
Naturally, I cannot revive the dead, but I do make generous restitution to their loved ones. Just last summer, I paid a leather tooler's widow 800 crowns. This unfortunate merchant's family, to be duly indemnified as well.
Where's the basilisk nesting? Any idea?
Of course I've an idea, but you don't really expect me to tell you. Those are not toy swords. I know your intentions.
Find it myself then. Easy to track with its distinct paw prints. Mentioned 2 merchants, so I might also look for the other corpse.
Is he gonna try and stop me? Doesn't look like it. That's so weird though, no quest updated. That is so fucking weird.
Busted barrels. Contents spilled all over. Must have been tannin in there. Used to treat leather. Beast smashed the barrels. That's how the scent got on the scale.
Yokoko is so very curious. Strong scents especially intrigue her. The barrels, they must have drawn her in. Drawn her to the caravan.
Strange. These burn marks. Beast's venom make them? Subspecies must be highly toxic.
It is so indeed.
This is so weird. Why am I able to do this?
Festers long.
Need to brew a potion that'll neutralize that. Busted barrels slimed with venom. Hallmarks of an attack. Basilisk must have caught the second victim here. Anyway, got 2 scents. Venom and tannin. Ought to be enough to track the beast.
Why track her at all? Your caste is protected. Her death would forever destabilize the ecosystem. Who knows what would happen? I see unforeseeable consequences down the line. Simply refrain from provoking her.
Harm her not, and she too will leave you untouched. I've long suspected they do it on purpose. Scent their goods. They seek to lure the basilisk to destroy their wares. It allows them to demand compensation from their assurers.
Seems dubious.
Odors dispersed. Seems to be everywhere. Basilisk must be high in the sky. Bloodstains. Clear as day. Sense perceptible again.
It's in here, isn't it? It's like this so you can choose to ignore it or hunt it. I guess.
Just
the
as
other
I
body.
expected. Second victim, but relatively unscathed. Basilisk must have been dragging him back to its nest for later. Dropped him for some reason. Wonder why.
Hang on. In reply to your question regarding the planned transport route for the barrels of town, allow me to confirm the official itinerary. Build goes through the lands. The board sees no reason to deviate the path. The Count has pledged to cover all eventual damage caused by the Great White Terror. So even in the case of destruction, the guild will suffer no monetary losses. Huh. That does cut. It's what the dude was saying. Interesting. It's what the guy was saying. He was saying he bet like they did it on purpose, and it kind of seems that way. Wait, so is this it? No, it keeps going. Hold on, let's just save,
Here's something. But it's no basilisk screech. Human voices.
It's a side quest, oh really? Oh yeah, that's the one. Okay. Yeah, got it. Huh.
Yamo, Harry, prepare the equipment. Beast wandered off somewheres. We got to lure it back. And who might you be?
Funny. About to ask you the same.
They call us the Reavers.
Reavers? Wouldn't happen to hail from Crinfrid, would you?
Aye, we do. But how's it you know? And again, who the hell are you?
Geralt of Rivia. I'm a witcher. Know your brethren in arms. Bohold, Kenneton Desperate, New Boy too.
Ah, you're that witcher. Aye, Bohold mentioned you. Said you swing a mean sword.
A professional. Good you came along. Could take on the brute together. Talk is the venom's something horrifying.
Oh, here
Could
comes.
use another pair of hands. Fee what we've gotten from the guild. We'll share it fair and square. You in?
Gentlemen, this hurts my ears and pains my heart. You aim to kill your cast? It cannot be. The creature is protected. If you fear to lose the guild's reward, I shall repay it, and reward you doubly to leave the beast be. You cannot slay the last living specimen of a near-extinct subspecies.
Willing to pay, are you? Long as we do nothing? That's rather novel. What say you to that, master? Far as I know, beasts culled the human race by 5 already.
Yeah, let's just leave it.
Basilisk lives for now. We're not gonna
It's
kill
that
it.
note. That note that said it's not gonna deviate it.
Ever seen that, lads? You like them peaches?
Ah, no scrapping with filth today, it seems. But, you made some mention of coin, as I recall.
I did indeed, and the word once given...
Your share, Witcher.
Easiest job I've ever done. Godspeed, Witcher. Strange working with you. Strange, but nice.
Was that the guy talking?
Godspeed, boys.
His lips weren't moving.
You spared your cust. I thank you. And be assured, I'll take great care she not dine on any other souls.
Gotta try harder. Figure out a way to keep folk out of this area.
That I shall do. Master, you must accept more, be it a symbolic sum. Had you not come along, the reefers would surely have slain my Yokast.
Thanks. I'm taking more. I'm gonna have to craft stuff.
Thanks.
Yokast has flown her nest.
Must have sensed a threat. Likely to return eventually, though.
She'll return. Always does. I suspect I might even know where she's gone. I tracked her away and believe she might have found a new mate. It's an ordinary basilisk, not a silvery one. But something might come of it. Who knows? Your cast could lay new eggs. Perhaps produce an entirely new crossbreed.
Oh.
Sure hope not. Take care.
I got money. Alright, and now... where is it? Treasure hunts. Feline gear, alright. Didn't deviate too much from it, so...
Go.
That was really weird that it didn't update though, because usually when you do parts of a secondary quest, it does update, like you get the option to track it. Oh well. Thanks for looking that up, cat. Okay,
must be Delonne's residence.
We are here.
Gotta find a way inside.
Dude, just grab. There you go. There you go. Is that so hard? It's locked. Hang on. What? Can I really not go through this? Okay. What about Igni? No.
The whole of us at once!
Why is that guy, like, humming a tune?
Pathetic.
Oh. What are they doing? Ow. Oh, that was right in the groin. That would have hurt. You're the one causing me problems.
My soul cannot handle this. It simply cannot. Oh, Lebioda's wounds.
Who are you?
Calm down. It's over.
I thank you, sir. And you must forgive me my momentary loss of composure. Are you in need of accoutrements, monsieur?
Ah, cool.
Looking for scrolls, manuscripts, bearing diagrams of Witcher gear specifically. Any chance you've happened on any?
They were beating him up? Really? I didn't see that.
The sundries. I arrived just a short while ago. The bandits arrived with their terror. But you may ferret about if you so wish.
Okay.
What do you have that you're willing to sell?
Yeah, I mean... Wait.
What do you have that you're willing to sell?
I saw that I had... Yeah, buy. Okay.
Thanks. So long.
I love how all their bodies are just gone now. There we go. Ooh, grilled pork. Roasted ham. Okay, there we go.
Another tale of a life compromised and ultimately claimed by greed and ambition.
Alright. Wait, there's, what's up here? Yeah. Alright, go explore some ruins. There we go.
Faster.
Ah, get out of the way! Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Take it easy.
Shit. Hold on. Okay. It's fine. Nah, I'm good.
Bandit camp Delone wrote about. Gotta be.
You're nearing a base of operations of an outlaw gang called Hounds. Be particularly wary and prepared for a tough fight. Okay. Oh, this is different. It's a stronghold. Alright, we're going in. Oh yeah, they weren't kidding about, like, lots of people. Oh shit. Why there's so many people? Oh my god. This just went up in difficulty. I had to massacre an entire village, practically. Relentless. I don't think this is up. It's just whack, 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 whack. Let's keep lining up. Surely we're close to done now. Is the pile of bodies not indication for you to retreat? It reminds me of what Hades said earlier. He said, Persephone and Demeter control life itself, and therefore control death. Kind of found that an interesting comment. I don't know, I was just reminded of that. Oh, that dude got chopped in half. I've fought so much that I have to repair my shit. How many more? Seems quiet. Do I have to kill everyone?
Why'd you have to do that, laddie boy?
There we go.
Witcher and armorer. Oh, that shit luck. Hits of broom. Strange name for a series of caverns. Should investigate.
Imagine how impressive this battle would be for a girl. I know. So what do you... Oh, there you go. Okay. Stop the fire. Just a pile of bodies everywhere. So can you get rid of this stronghold? Or is it just, like... leave it be type deal? Just strolled through a bandit forest and killed like 30 of them. Yeah. Oh. There's a boss here.
Damn it.
Your boss is dead! The fort is mine. That's it, it's grayed out now. Oh, listen to that triumphant music. Just covered in blood. Jesus Christ, Geralt, there's like 30 dead men here. What did you do? $30. He laughs when they say 30. Oh, it becomes a town.
Well, well. Starling Strakenhoff, House Pam Tittled Harlotsbrud has bit the dust. May he rest in pain and agony. You've earned yourself a steep price cut here, Witcher.
Does that ever work? Anyway.
Show me what you have on offer.
You can buy that off me. Every time they say steep price cut, I don't know. I don't believe them. You do get the discount? Okay. Well... Didn't I need a flawless... actually, hang on. Let me have a look at something.
Need something crafted. Could you do that?
If there's any material that I need to buy, I should buy it from here, right? What did I just get? Okay. He doesn't have it. People usually tell people they save to buy crafting materials, you're too lazy. Yeah, that's why I'm looking at it now. While I'm here, right? Okay. That is what I need. The plate. So it would stand to reason that I should purchase anything that's next to that. Dimeridium. So let's see. Dimeridium. How do we make it? Okay. He has one. What else? Okay. I mean, I'm just gonna buy stuff that... Enriched Dimeridium. Okay, there's some stuff we can make. Ah, but see, we can buy some stuff off him, so that's good. Okay, well. I did what I could.
Stragon. Name's familiar. Ran into him a while back.
What's this? He must have been a horrible hound shaker. Decent folk don't bear that name.
Can't say if that's true for all the Stragons, but this one sure wasn't decent. Met a bad end, too. Justly so.
You carved up the knob capper. I knew it.
Druids did it for me, actually. Burned him alive.
Oh, lovely, lovely.
Farewell.
See you later.
Hmm? Forgive me?
The Duchess and the chivalric code. To them, I
be careful.
To the bells, thick as a fly.
Jeez, look at the bodies. Is it worth looting them? I mean, I could get money out of it, I guess. It's just a lot of effort. For some reason, a lot of them were carrying onions. For whatever reason. Ooh, grilled pork. I don't know, I looted some of them, not all of them. That'll do. Also, what is this music? I need to ride past them. Oh wow, the sky's all purple. That looks trippy. Yeah, no, I'm good.
Need to look around.
Alright, here we go. Oh, for fuck's sake. I hate these things, I really do. These things are actually the worst. Oh, that's right here.
Every Witcher's felt it. The urge to drop it all and ride off into the sunset. This one decided to act on the urge. Costs be damned. Diagrams have a sad history. But I'll make good use of them.
That's it? Cool. Okay. Let's go to that one. I'm guessing if you kill the thing, this will become like an trading post thing. But now it won't. Okay. Where? Yeah.
Patrolling on an empty stomach. Oh, dreadful.
Summoning a witcher? Was that truly necessary?
Probably has
And
no
our
one
knights
to
would
split
There you are.
Greetings. I hope your search goes well.
Found some already.
Managed to find something already.
Wonderful. I shall draft a copy. This is good. This at last will earn me the title of Grandmaster. I thank you, Witcher.
Okay.
Would you craft something for me?
Of course.
Alright, let's do it. Okay. Wait, superior feline boots. That's Grandmaster. Where are they? There it is. Okay, let's start with the boots. Dimeridium plate requires a dimeridium ingot. Oh, this is going to be expensive. Remember to sell runes, yeah. I'll keep it in mind. So wait, what else does it need? It needs enriched dimeridium plate, which you can buy or I can craft it. Okay, dimeridium plate. And then... oh, wait. How do you make the enriched one? Oh. I thought you upgraded it, okay. Enriched dimeridium ore, there we go. Jeez. Oh, this is gonna kill my wallet. Hang on, 1,700. Dude. Just straight up buy it. Like, oh my god. How the... okay, the sum of the parts are like worth... ugh. Oh, this is not good. Alright. I don't think this is gonna be enough either way. Look at how rich he is. 17,000 coin. Bastard. Yeah, I guess it does. Okay, let's try now. All parts present. Is it just worth buying the thing straight up? Like, I feel like I spent more crafting each thing individually. You know? Okay, Grandmaster chest armor. It might even be cheap. Well, one is 4,000, right? No, that can't be cheaper. That, I assume, would... Well... That, I assume, is fine. It's this thing. To get the plate. Ugh. Okay. The plate is 4,000. To get 2 ores is 1,000. And to craft that... 2 of them. And that's 2,000. I think it's the same, isn't it? Yeah, it's the same. It doesn't matter. It's gonna cost the same shit. It's gonna cost me 4,000. Jeez. I won't be able to get the full set. Like, even if I'm doing this individually, like yeah, okay. Not enough coin. Okay. This is the last armor, so it makes sense. I guess. Just don't think I'm gonna have the money. I mean, even with this. How much does this sell? Oh, that sells. That sells well. Who cares about dyes? I'm not gonna dye it. I like the color that it's in. And if I like the dyes, I can buy them back later. Okay. Hey. Okay. Chest armor. I need a... Are you kidding me? Let me look at it again. $2,000. Yeah, it's just cheaper to buy the thing outright. It's fucking dumb. And it costs 4,000 to... There's no way I'm getting this anytime soon. Ha ha ha. I got the boots. I got the boots at the very least. This is not gonna go anywhere. I mean, okay, I can go to the bank and convert money.
Farewell.
I don't think it's gonna get me much. Where's the bank? Yeah. Kind of figured. Is there a bank in this? In Toussaint? Quest it is, yes. Am I missing it? That's... It's not marked on the map. Wait, is that it? No, that's the same thing. It's in the square, okay. Well, let's just go there. Yeah, I mean, contracts it is.
Snow White, you with the exquisite hair.
It's a quest.
Snow White.
Name's Geralt. What can I do for you?
Yeah, I remember the one quest for the bank.
The scar, the frown. It's all perfect.
Something you actually want from me? Or are you just gonna go on gushing about my attributes?
I admire, good sir. Admire and desire. Such a threat in the eyes. Oh, so manly.
If you're trying to get me to meet with you some evening, afraid you're just wasting your time.
An evening? Impossible. I shall require the soft light of mid-afternoon for this portrait.
Portrait?
Indeed. Yours. En face. Actual size. With the finest vista Toussaint affords behind you. Pose for me. You must. Naturally, I shall pay the
I
compensation.
love how opportunistic this is. What's that? I heard you want money. Well, I want you to pose for me. It's a painting. I'm an artist, you see.
Don't see why not. Long as it doesn't take long.
It shan't. Never worry. We've but a short distance to journey into the hills outside of town.
Oh.
A perfect landscape perfectly to frame your perfect physiognomy.
Let's go then.
I need only fetch my easel and palettes from my studio. We shall meet at noon at the western gate, near the palace. From where we'll venture forth together.
Okay, good. Gives me a little bit of time.
Start no cross.
Yeah, that bank quest was a little strange.
Nice tune.
I don't remember which was the bank building though. It had, I remember it had gold, right? Is this even the right square?
Oh, right.
The prophet's rings. A witcher.
It's somewhere in town at least, yeah. The problem is it's not really marked. Maybe it would be like a massive building. You know, let's think the likelihood, right? Yeah. I don't know. Well, like, I think it's honestly easier just to travel to one that we know of, you know? Instead of trying to fucking find it. It's just like... Where was it? It was here, wasn't it? The square. Oh. Right.
What's new?
That's really weird that it's not pointing it out on the map.
Patrolling on an empty stomach. Oof, dreadful.
Tip of the hat to the tourney's victor.
Maybe because it's... Yeah. You're right. It doesn't seem to be. Well, I mean, the bank was marked there, so I don't know. I'm just gonna go do this quest, and then I'll come back and do it.
Can't believe it. I simply can't.
Send the picture on Discord. Okay. Oh, it's like right next to the sign.
They say
Since there's a signpost right here. Wait, was there? No, I just marked that place. Ugh. It's here then. I just passed it.
Never thought I'd live to see times like I wonder how much a witcher pays in Texas.
I just passed it.
The colors I would see on the Duchy's
That witcher's rather handsome.
Wow.
Need to come back during the day.
Rest the day. Meditation.
A smashing place we have, eh? Wine by the barrel.
There you go.
Peace and quiet.
What can I do for you?
Welcome to Gianfinelli Bank, where we look after your coin as if it were our own, and the customer's always right. How might I be of service?
Need to change coin?
I'd like to change some coin.
By all means.
Come by later.
Ever at your service, sir.
Oh yeah, I can totally go buy that armor now. Fuck yeah. No need to go questing for 6 hours.
Place we have, eh? Wine by the barrel. Peace and quiet.
work doth one know.
No two ways about it.
All that for like 100 and something. I could have gone to like a random enemy and picked up like one of their weapons and sold it for that much.
I won't go. I simply won't do it.
That was not a good use of time.
We shall long bear the scars of that witch.
I mean, I knew it wasn't going to be that much, but damn. More than that. Could have been more than that.
A witcher. They're smearing his hiney with honey.
Exchange coins recently.
I'm here.
Let us go. We should arrive in time to have the best light of the day. The chiaroscuro we shall capture. Just glorious.
Go.
Let's go. The things I do for art.
We had best ride there. We'll arrive faster and less fatigued.
Oh.
A work of mine, Turtle Dove o'er the Heath, hangs in the ducal palace.
So does a cockatrice I cut down once. It's stuffed, maybe even with heather.
I once had a cockatrice feather brush. Best thing for laying down tempera. I no longer have it, sadly. My blasted cat.
And now we wait.
Why would a cat want a brush?
To paint with, of course. And it was no common brush. Fantastic, as I said. And fantastically
Alright, there we go.
expensive.
Hang on.
Let him
Got a
lead.
cat that paints?
Yeah, if you care to call it that. He merely copies the works of his betters. And poorly at that.
Your cat?
Yes. Pierre Auguste Moustachois. It's no surprise you've not heard of him. He's a second-rate hack and a thief. We'll continue on foot.
Okay. I didn't quite get that, but did he just give his cat a fancy name?
Ladies, gentlemen, my lieges, forgive me for being forward, but have you perchance seen a set of paints and brushes nearby?
Eugenie, I believe this peasant wants something from us.
My paints, my brushes, I had prepared them. They were here.
We've not seen any journeyman's tools, my good man. Of that I assure you.
Oh,
There a
really?
problem?
Yes, an immense one. I cannot possibly paint without my paints. I'm done for. Unless you would be kind enough to locate them?
Damn it. Sure you left them here?
Yes, right there. I'd prepared everything. Set it out. Ordered and organized.
Might have toppled downhill or something. Fine. I'll take a look around.
They probably did something.
I think it is life that imitates art, and not vice versa.
Right you are, Fingal. Take Baron de Cordel for one.
Oh yes, that nose. He actually had a mage enlarge it
Oh, hello.
after he saw that the Reb Courage play.
Spilled paint.
Now he's become
Reeks to high heavens of turpentine.
Okay. We gotta be careful. I'm kind of on the edge here.
Footprints. Clear, but curiously small. Another stain. Could very well be a lead.
Oh.
Got paint drops here too.
Into a cave.
Neckers.
They like the paint? Are they covered in paint? Ow! Thank you, passive ability, for saving me.
Empty container. Painter can't use this.
Okay, got it.
Paints. Don't look ruined. Painter should still be able to use them.
Oh, no. At least time I can get up the hill this way. Okay, good.
Found your things.
Splendid. Where were they? And... is this all you found? I left so much more.
Should have kept it all with you, not left it lying around. Followed some paint tracks to a necker lair. Seems the beast's made off with your supplies. Used it to paint a fresco on one of the cave walls. Looked something like a battle scene to me.
Impossible. They splashed paint on the wall in a rage. Unimportant. In any case, it's a good thing you found the basic colors. Shall we? While waiting, I spied a superior spot.
What are the basic colors?
We have had fantastic luck with the weather. The light is perfect, absolutely perfect.
Painting this masterpiece gonna take long?
A mere 6 hours. The sun won't allow us to work any longer than that. Oh, but the time will fly by. We'll chat, swap tales.
Better yet, let me down a potion. Time will definitely fly by in a state of lethargy. No need to swap tales.
No. Your expression, your posture, they must be just so. You must look alive with fire in your gaze. Lethargy is out of the question.
Come on, give it some thought. You could title the painting, A Witcher Lying Senselessly on the Heath.
You jest. A jesting witcher.
He's a bit of a smartass. Nope. Nice writing.
This the place?
Yes. Just look at the view. Breathtaking. The perfect background for our masterpiece.
Looks pretty nice.
Pretty, I guess.
The mountain, wow.
Now, you must carefully consider in what pose you wish to be immortalized.
T-pose.
All right. Considering.
All is ready. We may begin. Have you decided on the pose you'd like to adopt?
Reclining.
Think I'll lie down. At least that way I can nap while you work.
The hero at rest, lying on his side, propped up on an elbow, staring into the distance, relishing a victory. I can paint in a griffin corpse later. Though, naturally, a nap is out of the question. We resolved that earlier. May I begin? Or would you prefer to strike a more dynamic pose?
Hold on. I don't know.
Let me try something else.
Lying down. There you go. What about heroic? What does heroic look?
Maybe I could just stand, sword in hand.
Ah, splendid! A heroic pose, of course. The bold warrior, his sword held aloft, ready to run at that willow over there. I will paint in a griffin later. Shall I begin? Or would you prefer to adopt another pose?
Yeah, this one's good.
Go ahead.
Now, be so kind as to adopt that look you gave me when I first asked you to work with me. That intense scowl of an angry wild ram about to butt heads. Yes, excellent. Now, hold that. Do not budge.
Easier said than done. He better pay me well.
This gonna take much longer?
Not much at all. We'll run out of daylight soon. Please, keep your head still, in the same position.
Fine, I'll try. I'll also try to remember to never trust a painter again.
Griffin!
Yeah, I know. You'll paint one in later.
Gods!
A griffin!
Run and hide.
Dearest mummy!
Dearest mummy. Hold on, what's going on here? Oh, it's equipped. It's weird, it's not obeying. There we go.
Not good.
Hold on. I'm bleeding. As if that missed. Oh, it does too. Sorry, it's dead. Now he's gonna paint this thing, isn't he?
Is it safe?
Yeah, come on out. And no wonder no one ever came here. It was a griffin's hunting ground.
Oh, that thing scared me to death.
Not quite to death. You are alive. Not least because you chose a witcher to sit for you. How's the painting? It survived too?
It did. But I cannot show it to you now. I never display unfinished work.
Fair enough.
You can see it tomorrow, after midday, where we met. I shall display it in the market square.
I bet you he's not gonna give me money for this.
Monstrous beast. Shall we immortalize it in the painting?
Yeah, paint it in.
Yeah, let's add it. Carcass can serve as your prop.
Splendid. Interesting color palette. And the textures and the proportions. It will do. Yes, it will do. But I shall paint it in later, in my atelier. There's an excellent illustration in the Encyclopedia Maxima Mundi. I fear this specimen is, well, too far cut and chopped. Ah, very well. That will do for now. I shall polish the details later. No point struggling on in this fading light. Ah, I almost forgot.
Yes!
For your troubles.
How much?
I thank you for saving my life.
Okay,
Though in doing
that's
so, you did also save
it's a
your
start.
likeness.
It's a start.
For posterity.
It's a start. I need money. I need more money. Wait one day to see a painting. Okay, well, let's head back.
Slow now.
Just head to the location and meditate. Oh, it's doing that weird thing.
Not so fast, Roach.
Yeah, good job. Thank you.
Oh.
Am I invisible?
Can I fast travel there? Yeah. It's not that far, but
Ooh. The guard brings peace to our domains. Flout its rich, brought in chains.
Oh, he's here. Okay. Meditation to here. I imagine this is all I have to wait. No? Okay. Meditation here. Oh, it auto does it. Makes it a nighttime thing. Oh, what on earth? Oh my god, that painting.
Greetings.
Geralt, there you are.
I had clothes on, you know.
Painting. Are you pleased? Is it to your liking? Do tell.
It's good.
It's nice. Shows a lot of imagination. Don't recall undressing before posing, though. Some of the other details are a bit off, too.
Well, the imagination is an artist's chief tool.
Heard the same from a certain poet. He embellishes and invents, chiefly.
Perhaps you'd care to buy the painting. Given our rapport, I shall take a loss. For you, I'll part with it, I will, at a special price.
I don't have enough coin.
As special as it is, that's still quite a price. Afraid I don't have that much coin.
Not a problem. Come back when you do. Though I cannot guarantee someone won't have beaten you to it.
Was that truly necessary?
1,000. I could pay 1,000 for that painting, or I could use it towards my armor. See what an I see how he operates. He gets you to do it. He pays you, and then he's like, "Oh, by the way, you could buy this for like 600 more than what I paid you." Yeah. A nice painting for the house. Yeah, but it's It's 1,000. Can I haggle?
Witcher, greeting.
Fine.
Why not?
Indeed.
All right. At least this way I'll be able to control who sees it. Thanks.
That ended up giving me a deficit. I'm going in the opposite direction.
A witcher?
I'm going in the opposite direction. Okay. Oh, it's right ahead. Still, I feel like I've been swindled. I guess that one's the closest. I definitely feel like I've been swindled.
Faster.
Okay, let's go with the contracts. Right. Hey, it's not doing...
Whoa there, Roach.
I'm pressing shift and it's not sprinting.
Take it easy.
Alright then. Looks like that's busted for a little bit. Every now and then the horse controls just randomly glitch out, like they stop working.
Slower.
I gotta ride slowly.
Scrub off. You'll soon get
I work from dawn to dusk.
May fortune smile upon young Liam and Matilda.
At least give me a signpost. Okay, there's no
We
signpost.
speak? Guess as champion.
Yeah? What is it?
Now, why does one summon a witcher, To inquire about the gossip currently flowing about the court? I have a problem with a beast.
Ah, you the one posted the notice? Go on then, spit it out. What's it about?
First, my dear witcher, we must establish ground rules. Given the vast difference in our respective social positions, I'm sorry to say I take umbrage at the familiar tone you take. I expect deference. I expect you to address me as Sir, or better yet, as Monsieur de Bourbeau.
Ugh. Get to the point.
Fine. Monsieur de Bourbeau.
The emphasis falls on the last syllable. Bourbeau?
Mm-hmm. See, now I'd rather emphasize something else. Tell me what this is about, monsieur, or I'll change my mind and go.
Naughtlings and their manners. Very well. Let us get this over with. Something has infested my vineyard.
Mm-hmm. Great. Let me go prepare my something oil then.
I beg your pardon?
Need more information than that.
That's
was
a
this
good
something
response.
seen? Any witnesses? Bodies to examine?
Therein lies the rub. None has seen the beast. We've only heard signs of its presence, a strange scratching and shrieks. Neither are there any corpses to inspect. Men simply disappear without a trace.
Noises you mentioned. Where do they come from?
Well, everywhere. But they're most clearly audible in the wine cellar.
Means the monster must dwell underground. When are the noises loudest?
In the night, just as they were years ago, when the buildings quaked. Another expert agreed to look into the matter then, but was never thereafter seen nor heard of.
Okay.
Who's disappeared, if you don't mind my asking?
Most recently some farmhand, I believe.
Despite the vast difference in your social statuses, do you perchance remember the farmhand's name, monsieur?
No. You must speak to my wife. She has more collegial relations with this household help. She's away at the moment visiting her mother, but should return forthwith. Oh, that should suffice with the questions. Now tell me, will you take the contract? Yay or nay?
Can I negotiate? Yes, let's negotiate.
Depends. What kind of reward are we talking about?
How much? Do you jest?
Ooh. Let's bring it down.
Fine. Seems I must take the loss. Agreed.
He's a tight ass.
Fine, I'll do it. Need to look around here first. Then I'll want to talk to Madame de Bourbeau.
Very well. I shall inform you once she has returned. Meanwhile, the key to the cellar. Just whatever you do, please do not disturb the wine barrels.
Every little bit counts. It's after dark, right? Yeah.
Alright, let's look around. Shattered dishes. Got knocked off the shelf somehow. Shaken off, maybe?
Oh no, I'm not looting. Hang on.
What the?
on earth?
A tunnel? That's better. Goes on and on this tunnel, kicking yours.
Uh-oh. Behind me.
Show me what you got.
These things aren't so bad. I guess I need to go back. Oh jeez, they just keep coming. I'll play. I'm doing some Witcher. Haven't played it in a while, so.
Should be able to break through.
Okay.
Damn it, it's getting away.
Oh, well, okay. Cat potion. There it is. Hold on. Is that it?
Getting more interesting by the minute.
Alright.
No kicking more dug this. Tunnels are the work of something much bigger. Something with heavy, wide claws. Kicking more eggs. Should destroy them before the young hatch. Start prowling the vineyard.
Why is my health bar all weird? Toxins? Makes sense. Alright, let's keep going.
No kicking more dug this. Tunnels are the work of something much bigger. Something with heavy, wide claws.
So it says... hang on, this way. No? Or is it just look nearby? Like it doesn't necessarily have to be spot on where it says. Right. Huh?
Cracked geeky more eggs. Something's been feeding on them.
Oh, here we go. Where is it?
Water coursing. Underground stream. Monster I'm looking for lives underground, digs tunnels, feeds on Kikimores, and is big. Very big. Won't learn anything else here. Time to go back to the surface.
Okay. At least it's leading me back to the surface.
Obliterate!
What on earth? Okay, knock it off. Did I really not come here? I am somewhat lost. This way? Okay. And then up this way. Alright, there we go.
Sacre bleu!
What is the meaning of this? I'm paying you to slay a monster, not demolish my property.
Property's falling apart on its own, what with all the tunnels under it. I'd fill those in soon if you don't want your building to collapse.
Tunnels? Fiddle my thumb, how did tunnels appear down there?
Guess.
Something dug 'em. A large creature. Also killed a few kikimores down there and destroyed their eggs. Consider it a half favor. Won't cost you much.
Kikimore eggs. Yes, of course, good work. Indeed, a reward is due.
Alright.
Madame de Bourbeau, I presume? Hear you know something about the missing farmhand.
Jean-Luc? Yes. We went to examine this year's seedlings. Something had been nibbling at them. Then we heard these odd noises. Jean-Luc went to reconnoiter and never returned.
Okay.
Madame, could you describe Jean-Luc?
Tall, exceedingly well built, hair black as pitch.
Dear, concentrate. There is not a peasant that is not well built. They work in the fields all day. He means scars, birthmarks, that sort of thing.
Then none, I suppose. But he did wear a pendant around his neck.
I really don't like
A
this guy.
silver one.
Silver jewelry on a farmhand?
He's just a
It
wanker.
was a gift, I believe. Or that is what he claimed.
Should be enough to go on.
Then what are you fritting round here for? Get to work.
Shut the fuck up. Oh my god.
Perhaps
The guard brings peace to our domains. Flout its writ and rot in chains.
all is in order.
Almost feel like just leaving him, but money. Money is required. Yeah, the guy's a
It's
wanker.
really stale. Been here a while. Blanket was laid out here.
Damn, that's some next level sensors.
Footprints. 2 sets.
Oh, that is much easier on my eyes right now.
Felled trees. As if something rolled over them. So is Shalmar. Only they dig tunnels and move like that.
You bet she was having an affair with him. What makes you say that?
Trail leads
Because
to that cave.
she said he was built.
How you like that silver? Wonder what lured the giant.
Ow! Jeez! That's not funny! Okay. Ha 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 ha. I hate these enemies. Yeah. Okay. As nice as this area is, just all the enemies in this map, they're just so annoying. Every one of them. Oh, it's not dead? What do you mean it's not... There. There we go. How was that? They're not over. Alright, let's have a look. Oh, there's claw marks.
Whoa, Shaelmar's close. Claw marks. Straight, dull, perfect for digging.
A lot of bodies here.
Shaelmar's lair. Gotta be. Drags its victims here. Pretty fresh, some of them. Gonna have to brew some bait. Need the blood of a recent victim and some of the mushrooms that grow here.
Oh, gold ring.
Highly decayed, partly eaten. Been lying here a while. Fresh corpse. Must be Jean-Luc. Crushed ribs, cracked skull. Shaelmar did this. No two ways about it.
Fresh human blood. Nah. Okay, there's some useful stuff there. Pick up and sell. Oh, that? Yeah, you're right. What? Okay, that was weird. Why is the battle music going off right now? Yeah, I know read the quest, I'm just looting still. I'm aware that I have to go here and craft the bait.
Gotta spill it within the lair, somewhere near an air current, so the scent spreads throughout the cave.
I was just looting still. Oh, there's a pendant.
Silver pendant. A lock of hair inside. Same color as Madame de Bourbeau's. Ugh, that stench.
Oh, that's weird. That one automatically got done.
Scent won't spread from here. Need to spill the bait nearer the tunnel entrance.
What, he has a lock of her hair. That could mean anything.
Shaelmar will be here anyway.
He could have stolen it. What the fuck is this? That's some freaky ass colors.
Come on, show me your claws.
What on earth? Did I find out its weakness by accident? Oh. Huh, that's interesting. Oh, this is similar. Oh. This is similar to that other enemy I fought. Fuck? This is getting annoying. Light it on fire. Nearly there. Oh, come on. Thank you.
Now I just gotta chop off its head and go get my reward.
Ugh. I can't wait to give him the news. What? There's nothing here. Stop it. There's nothing here. Stop it. There we go.
Closer!
I can't wait for this. I can't wait to deliver the news.
A tip of the hat to the Tourneys victor. Hey, Wall, fix it.
Oh, they're fixing it already.
Monsieur de Bourbeau, can we talk?
You'd best be bearing good news. Get on with it.
Oh, I've got good news for you.
This Jean-Luc, he did have a silver pendant. Kept a lock of Madame de Bourbeau's hair in it, matter of fact.
What? But How could she? To be unfaithful to me? A lord and heir with a plow-spawned peasant? Oh, she shall pay for this.
Don't doubt that. But mind paying me first? For services beyond the scope of the contract?
Yeah, that's right. Give me my money.
There. It'll come out of her dowry.
Haha. Now the monster's dead.
Got rid of the beast that was giving you trouble. It was a Shelmar.
Well, she did describe his physique, so...
Whatever could that be?
You know.
Kinda like a cross between a mole and a caterpillar.
Like
Just
hair.
Big as a barn.
And body.
Uh-huh. Well, Master Witcher, you make a poor first impression, but ultimately proved your worth. There. Your reward. Now, forgive me. I must speak to my wife.
Folks say some large armored mold is the foundations.
Yeah. Alright. We had one other one. So let's go do that one. It's not going to be enough money. Also, is there a signpost around here? Come on, there has to be a signpost around here.
Just a few. Drink! Give me a drink!
Wait, what is this? Underground, apparently. There has to be a signpost around here.
Collapsed building. Foundations probably caved in. Literally undermined.
Oh. Apparently... Yeah, I'm not gonna use that gear anyway, so... Ah, here we go. And they have a tavern, so... One sec.
Lepiotus Wisin Blancs, a real witcher.
Welcome back. What shall I pour you?
Wait, what do you mean? I've been here before? Why didn't I get
I was
this?
on my way. See ya.
Hold on, hold on, hold on. If I've been here before, why the fuck did I not get the signpost? Ah, okay. Sure. I don't know.
Move it!
Out of the way, kids.
Hey there.
The guard brings peace to our domains. Flout its writ and rot in chains.
Yeah, it's still not working. Like, it's not wanting to do... Oh, there we go. Now it started working. I don't know, it's very erratic. Did he just make a horse sound? Okay, I should probably get off here. There's no way the horse is getting down this.
You don't look like a quarryman to me.
That stand in the way of our doing business?
No. It merely means I doubt you'll find anything of use here. I mainly stock goods for the men at the quarry. Hammers, spikes, hand cream. But if you want a glance, feel free. I shan't stop you.
Oh. No. No Gwent.
You always this person?
I got up on the...
Okay.
I worked here once, see? Breaking stone. until a part of a rock face fell away and crushed my foot.
What is going on with his upper arms?
Foolish now.
Not to worry. Such things are commonplace here, part of the job. Every now and then someone breaks something, twists
They look
an
weird.
ankle, or their neck.
Gotta go.
Gotta go. Farewell.
Only here, buy a full set of gear, get a bottle of Fiorano free.
Okay.
What the golly blasting devils are you doing, men? What plague? An unfortunate turn of offense, that's all. Get back to chiseling. If we don't deliver that head on time, the infestor will twist my plums off.
Is that what you'll tell Emil's widow? That a cow crushed him and it was an accident? This, sir, is a grave matter. It requires a specialist, some mage or warlock.
What happened here?
Oh, I was gonna say, how about a witcher?
Look, it's that witcher who's come to town. Maybe he can do something. An exorcism or the like. We should ask how much coin he'll want.
Saw your notice. Got a problem with a cow? Fear a plague, is that it?
Yes, indeed, and a horrid one at that. We've earned the gods something true, we have. In Zeracania, they've sent a plague of locusts, then of frogs. With us, they skipped right to raining cows down on us.
What?
Enough! Enough! No need to so panic. Come, Master Witcher, I shall divulge to you the matter at hand.
Raining cows.
Yes, an unfortunate matter indeed. To be crushed by a cow. A true shame, Emil. He was a good worker. I told them at once there had to be a simple explanation. But that lot, no. Right away they started in screaming, plague! Demanding higher wages for hardship, poor working conditions, you see? They'll ruin me, the blotters.
Interesting.
My job is to figure out why a cow fell from the sky. That it?
That too. The thing is, since none bothered to clear the cow corpse, some filths overrun the other pit. We fear to venture there.
So wait, is he saying two
Not
jobs here?
surprised. Cow. Where'd it come from? What kind was it?
Why, the ordinary spotted kind. Nothing unusual. Its corpse rots in the other pit, sends out its stench, and Emil lies right beneath it. Will you tend to the matter and take on the contract?
Money. Okay.
What exactly is going on here?
Construction of a statue of the prophet Lepiota. We're carving it. Not all at once, that is, but piece by piece. A pious infestus revived the project after years of neglect. He's engaged all nearby quarries in its completion. And we would be on schedule were it not for the incident. Please, Master, will you look into it?
Okay.
Need to know more about this accident. Anyone actually see what happened?
No, but sounds there were.
This quest?
Osterv had just gone to see how Emil was getting along when suddenly we heard an
Quest of night.
ear-botching boom. Moments later, something smashed into one of the cranes.
Doubt it was the cow that hit the crane.
Probably true. At any rate, come morn we ventured out to sea, but the vermin drove us off. With that, all work came to a halt. Has remained so since. Master, tarry no longer, please. Will you take on the matter?
Need to talk about my reward before I decide.
Time for a good haggle. So how much would you take?
Usually like, no, like that.
You must go lower for it to make any sense to
Okay, it's not bad. Like a little bit lower. One.
You must go lower for it to make any sense to
A little bit lower.
You must go lower for it to make any sense to
Still okay.
Fine. But that is the sum total. No bonuses or gratuities on top. Understood?
Fine, I'll look into it. Might be a botched portal, but I doubt it.
Makes me curious if it would have given me a bonus anyway.
Plenty. I shall keep an eye out for your return.
Okay. This quest, eh? I can loot all this stuff, right? I'm always unclear about it. Oh shit, no. I'll grab it later. Oh. No, hey, what are you doing? Probably have to go up this way. Oh, and there's more stuff there. One sec. There we go. Oh, it's a ghoul.
Already starting in on it.
What is it? What is it? What is it doing? What on earth was it doing?
Show me what you got.
He's just running around in circles. Alright, let's see.
Must be a meal. Workers mentioned him. Poor guy, unlucky as all hell. Right, now where do I start? Crushed by something heavy. Skull base is cracked. Fresh tooth marks. Necrophages. But they got to him after his death. Won't learn anything else from the body. Tissues crushed in places. Must have fallen from quite a height. Gut sliced open. Not much blood, so it happened after death. Heart had already stopped pumping. Tooth marks. Small ones, though. So necrophages left him clearly. Sure sniffed out their feast fast. Deep claw wounds. Spread between talons indicates a draconid. A wyvern, probably. But these wounds weren't the cause of death.
Cause of accident?
Got it. All clear now. Cow died when it fell from a great height. Draconid must have dropped it. A youngster probably trying to get the cow back to its nest, but it proved too heavy. Emil's bad luck to be standing right underneath.
I guess he became a meal
the crane.
For those other monsters. Wait, can I not jump over this? What do you mean I cannot do that now? Oh, see, that's another thing that happens. Like, sometimes it gets stuck in that mode.
Blood. Draconid must have hit it pretty hard. Dropped the cow, then probably tried to steady its flight. Got hurt in the process. Good. Should be simple to track down.
Alright, detective mode on.
Blood. Barely perceptible. I'm on the right track.
This just seems like a normal quest so far. There's nothing too suspicious.
Started bleeding heavily. Wound was more serious than I thought, looks like.
Wait, where is it? Oh, that way? No, that's backwards, so then... What gives? Trail ends here. Oh. That was weird.
Sour mash. Draconid must have attacked the local distillery. Bastard.
Oh, back. What a weird color they are. Potatoes. Vodka. Bootlegger's notes. So I said, alright, you are. What's going to tell them? Baroness Sneak. Okay.
Damn it. Half-eaten body with scorch marks? Definitely not a wyvern. Slizzard. Gotta be. They breathe fire.
That's where I came from.
Landed on the roof of the distillery. Raised a ruckus, made a mess, then moved on.
Alright, keep going.
Paw prints. Crawled through here. Clearly too tired to fly. Was in a bad way. Barely crawling. Second Draconid landed here. A larger one. Waited for the smaller one to heal. Then they flew off together. Should be easy to track. Smaller one was still bleeding, luckily.
I see blood here already, so...
Flew off together. Probably bound for their nest.
Now I wonder what it would be like.
Another cow.
Taking a bird's eye flight
a lot longer,
from like start point to end point.
Too.
I bet you don't have to travel very far.
The burns. Trail ends here. Nest's up there. I bet the farm on it.
Oh, multiple. Okay, so... It's already a lot cut out of it. Stand still. Get the wounded one.
trophy. Rest of the eggs haven't hatched yet. Need to burn the whole nest.
I was trying to do that. I love how the horse just magically appears here.
That'll do it.
Okay, and... well, apparently there's a place of power underneath, so... how do I get there? There's a cave entrance here. Or above. Hang on, it says above. Somewhere here. There we go.
Medallion's humming. Place of power. It's gotta be.
Oh jeez, I almost went off the edge. Alright, let's head back. So wait, why'd you say this quest, Cat? Unless there's like an unexpected turn, it just seems like a normal quest, or did you just recognize it? I mean, I was gonna guess that the cow got dropped by like a dragon or something. It just seemed like the obvious. Hopefully they pay well. I need the money. Alright, we walk from here.
Not even a draft horse will talk without some carrot.
There he is.
Well, have you learned how that cow came to fly?
Yep.
Yeah, you can get back to work. And it wasn't a plague of falling cows.
Did I not say so from the start? A weight off my chest. So what was behind the animal's plummet?
Young lizard flying over the quarry dropped it. Was trying to get it back to its nest. Food for its mother and siblings. Probably heard the last of the beasts. Burned the nest, eggs, everything.
A praiseworthy precaution, but as I said, I can only pay you what we agreed. I simply haven't any more. Here, take this. And I thank you, Master.
Yeah, well. No bonus reward. You did say.
All cleared up now, right? No gods, no plague, just the dragon, but it's gone too. We're to pay Emil's widow compensation, and that will be that. So, why do you still stand there and wait, men? Back to work! Chop, chop!
And I've a notion suspicious workings are still afoot. What became of the builders who were to put the statue together? They were due 3 days back, yet there's still no sign of them at our day store.
Oh, we're not done yet.
They were crushed too, I'm certain of it. Or eaten, or locusts got them, like in Zerikania.
What's this rubbish you spout now? The architect wrote they would arrive a week late with a large shipment of marble from Metana for the prophet's beard. So stop flapping your yaps and get to work.
Okay, never mind.
Allow me to walk you away, Master.
Never mind. I thought there was like another quest, like proving their superstitions wrong.
Truth be told, I lied.
Oh, never mind.
But I cannot have them panic again. The workers he mentioned, they've indeed vanished. Come see me later. I shall divulge to you the details.
Oh, you're such a liar.
So, Master,
So there
the
was more
workers
to
who
it.
vanished. How goes the search?
What search? You haven't told me what happened.
Vanished. What's that mean?
Just that, along with ample supplies. I had placed an order. More than a dozen wagons reached the building site, yet 5 were lost along the way. Tools, food, building materials, and, first and foremost, the specialists we need. The chief architect included. I wrote to the architect to say the quarry awaits. He should send new plans. But the foreman said the architect was here, at Ardaizo. And this means...
He's missing too. Got it. I'll look around, see what I can learn.
Master, I know not how to thank you, but I beg you to hurry. We shall simply not finish without those 5 wagons.
But he doesn't have money. Oh, what? Oh. What the fuck? That is... Right. Interesting.
My hand shakes so bad, I cannot hold my tools.
Oh, this... Okay. This one's ages away. You know, we always do the optional stuff. There? Okay. This seems like a rather long one. Well, it says 1 out of 5, and yet there's all these markers everywhere. Stop it. We'll go see this thing first. Nice wayfinding. Nice wayfinding. Gotta love how it just quickly changes its mind. Guess on foot from here? What is that? Hang on. Monument out of order. How does a monument become out of order? There you go.
Stocks and the whip await those running riot.
Impressive.
Wait, that's it? That's it? Well, I mean, at least the other ones are nearby. Oh shit, okay.
Damn, lots of them.
This is just like earlier. I took out 30 men at once. Except these dudes seem to be more competent. Ow, ow, ow! Alright, one down. Get that away from me.
hiccups are driving me mad.
How many more? It's just archers now.
Come on, Nancy's. Safer. Stay together. At least try to.
This one's causing me problems first.
Show those clever curse snappers. Guardsman! He's stubborn.
Oh! Yeah, I got you.
But why even bother? What did they hope to steal? Hammers? A hunk of stone?
I see. All right. High time I set off.
What a weird conversation. That just didn't seem like a normal conversation in the slightest. Okay. That's one day later. Let's go to the next one. I guess it gives you the option of just going to different quarries. Go to the closest ones. Again, this area is just super problematic with the bandits. Oh, good, they're helping. Good help this time. Who else? There's another one over there. Is that it? One more. Get out of here. That's it.
Thank you, good sir. You would be the famous Witcher, would you not?
Exactly.
I shall hitch my wagon and set off for the monument works at once. They await me there.
Cool. Alright, what's the next one? Another day later. I mean, why wait? Just go help all of them. I get that we see progress, but... That's a cool sky, though. Very nice night sky. What on? Okay. Makes me appreciate auto jump mechanics.
Here's the cart.
Oh.
Wake up.
White Wolf of Salvatore!
What?
Hey, wake up.
What? Giddy up.
Are they just being lazy?
Good evening.
Wake up. Wake up.
Leave me in peace, Witcher.
Is that it? So they're just drunk.
Come on, get up.
Okay. That's it? That's all I had to do.
Saint Lebioda sent you. I must now repair my wagon. They await me at the building site.
We didn't save them. We didn't save them from anything. Just woke them up. That's cool. What a weird one.
Me, Witcher, I can see you're a killer.
Okay. One more.
Oh!
One more! Ah. Turn that way. There we go. No. Ugh. I love how it tried to make me turn that way, and then it's like, no, you're going the right way. Just continue. It's fine.
Take it easy.
It's probably, yeah, I don't know. The pathfinding is horrible in this game. It's like what early GPS used to do, how it used to send you into a lake. There's a road here? No, I don't see anything. It's alright. Just trust the GPS. It's not what I'm meant to be fighting.
Not good.
Okay. What's going on? Oh.
Blood. Lots of it.
That's not good. I can hear it.
Kicky Moors?
Well then, fourth group is gone.
Some stench.
I'm burning their eggs. How do you like that? Oh wow, there's so many of them. What on earth? Ow! Right, there's still another one. Okay.
Kicky more eggs. Need to incinerate these to ash.
Already did. Already did.
So, missing workers. This is what became of them.
So what now? Oh. Got finished anyway. I mean, damn, that's pretty damn quick.
Giddy up.
That is pretty damn quick. For a statue that big, what, 4 days? Alright, let's keep following this path. Gotta cross the river again. Why am I getting further away from it? I should have teleported. I should have teleported. No, this is being stupid. Wayfinding is being absolutely stupid right now. I'm going back. It's doing that thing again. I get it, there's a body of water, but fucking hell, just take me to a signpost. This is gonna take twice as long.
Patrolling on an empty stomach. Oh, dreadful.
Keep calm. Start no brawls.
Really? What the fuck? What was it even trying to do? I was tempted to just swim across. Alright, whatever.
Yes? Where does a snake keep its paws?
Patrolling on an empty stomach. Oh, dreadful.
Did that little girl just ask, where does a snake keep its paws?
Damn it.
Yeah. Good wayfinding. Okay, well, there's the monument. Nice and close.
They say a great deal about you, Witcher, and whisper in your
Helped you finish the statue like you asked.
Master, what would I have done without you? Countless throngs of Lepiota's followers will praise in prayer.
And you'll pay me, right?
But of course, your reward.
I thought he didn't have any more money.
He's a serious man of enterprise. Our plan foresees mass conversions. With the donations that will follow, we aim to recoup the cost.
Okay, now that's good
in 3
money.
to 5 years. Everything has been calculated, you see, down to the last decimal.
Good luck then. Farewell.
That was good money. Look at that thing. What are they doing to it exactly? What? What are they do? What is this guy doing? I'm just curious looking at it.
Traditional values and morals.
Okay. What does it say? There you go. Okay. I am leaving it here for tonight. That was fun. Solid amount of time in. Next time I play this main quest, we'll make an effort to like get closer to finishing it. Yeah, it was fun. Alright, thank you for watching, chat. I'll be back tomorrow. We'll see what we do tomorrow. I don't know. Maybe continue Cuphead or Mario. One of the two. Alright, I'm gonna head off now. Thanks for watching. Stay safe. Take care of yourselves. See you all next time.